everybody, welcome back to the Up and Adam Show. On today's episode, we're diving into the world of a true wrestling legend, known for his calm, calculated approach and his creation of the iconic DDT. This individual crafted some of the most unforgettable moments in wrestling history, including laying a giant snake on his defeated opponents. He's faced off against some of the biggest names in the business, like Rick Rude, The Undertaker, Andre the Giant, The Ultimate Warrior, just to name a few. Please welcome the one and only Jake the Snake Roberts. How's it going?
It's going wonderful, man. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia.
Nice, man. Thanks for joining me, Jake. Kick things off. I hear you've got an exciting cruise set for 2025. Can you share some details about that?
Oh, we do, man. It's going to be a blast. Not only is it a cruise,
Yeah.
it's also a Hall of Fame cruise, meaning myself, Hacksaw Jim Duggan,
Mm-hmm.
Bushwhacker Luke. They'll all be on the boat. We'll be partying with you guys and just having a good time and seeing some sights in Mexico.
Yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. Yeah, you guys are gonna be going to this is Tampa, Florida, Cozumel, Mexico, Puerto Costa, Maya, Mexico, and then you guys are returning to Tampa, right?
Yep.
That's gonna be really exciting. Yeah. Also, too, it's really interesting. You're doing stand-up comedy over there as well, right?
Yeah, I'll be doing my show.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, because obviously you're known for your great promos. Like you're so good on the mic, so it's nice to see you bring that talent to comedy. Do you have any, I guess, unforgettable moments on the mic doing your promos from your past? Like any cool stories?
We used to do 150 promos back to back,
Yeah.
and it would get boring. So I would just try to find something to make myself laugh. So I started the promo out by moving my lips, but not making any noise.
Yep.
And of course, the camera guy goes, "We're not getting anything, Jake. No shit. You know, I don't want you to get anything. I just want you to film me with my lips moving." So I did it again for about 30 seconds, just moved my lips, gestured. And then I said, "Now don't you feel foolish telling little Johnny that Jake the Snake Roberts can't make you get up and try to fix a TV that's not even broken? Don't you feel stupid right now?
Yeah.
What would you do if I was standing there?" And it got me so much heat. Vince called me and asked me what the hell I did because he was just getting bombarded with letters.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's cool because you've always been known to have like that that charisma on the mic. Like you weren't always the loudest, but you always made people go to the edge of their seats to make you like
Yeah,
you made them listen. That was one thing that was really iconic about your promos.
absolutely.
Yeah. Even on your cruise, so you mentioned alongside WWE legends like Bushwhacker Luke, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Can you share any memorable stories or experiences working with them?
Oh, God. Hacksaw and I have been around each other forever, man. We've been up and down the highways together, the locker rooms, strip joints, what have you. Always didn't do the right thing, but we did it.
You guys lived life.
Yeah, we did. I remember one time in Boston, man. We come out of the locker room and we went to this long. Oh, there was like 10 doors, and on the other side of the doors were the fans. There was probably 300 or 400 fans, and our car was out there too. So it's like, well, what the hell are we going to do? I mean, I've got the snake on my shoulder and my wrestling gear in my other hand. So my hands are full. Hacksaw's got a small bag in his 2x4. So he says to me, he says, "Why don't we just, you get down there and I'll get down here and we'll go out at the same time. That way the crowd will have to split." if they're going to get to us. Okay, great idea. Great idea. So we got our positions on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, and boom, I bolted through that door, man. And the fans are on me just that quick. And they're just smothering me, man. I can't get away from them. And I turn and I look up and I see Hacksaw still on the other side of the doors. He never came out. So all the fans came to me. Once they all came to me, he gingerly just steps out the door and walks right straight to the car. Yeah, that's Hacksaw for you.
That's classic.
Just good times, man. Silly times.
Well, hey, at least you have those memories, right? Memories last forever, you know?
Yeah,
And I feel like those memories, they also keep you young inside, right? Because you always get to, you can almost kind of just revisit them all the time in your head. You just kind of, and then you could talk about it with him as well. You go, hey, remember that time we did this? That
oh,
that's
yeah.
that's what life's all about, making memories and enjoying. Even if you guys had to do stupid things and stuff, listen, you guys were young and you guys were having fun and living life. That's at least you can say you had
Yeah.
no regrets doing that, right? So that's good.
We were living large, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and I'm really excited for this cruise. It even says here that you guys are doing there's a meet and greet, Q&A session, a VIP dinner. I'm sure the food's gonna be spectacular too, eh?
Food's awesome, man. But I just want to encourage the fans to sign up soon, man, because if you sign up now, you can get $300 off your ticket if you just mention my name.
That's it, everybody. Make sure to do it. Um, Jake, you've always been you have a good eye for talent, I noticed. I watched a lot of your old videos. Like who's gonna become a sensation. Like for example, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You were the
Yeah.
one of the few people who believed in him from the start. How did you like? Can you tell the audience how you launched Steve Austin's career? Can we go back and explain how that happened?
Well, I started him out by just talking to him about his what he did in the ring. Changed a few things, tweaked a few things. And then started talking about interviews. I was able to help him with his interviews. Every day that he was on the road, he would call me after his match, and we would go over his match. So that's how it got started.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's a legend, and it's funny seeing him in some of these movies. I'm not sure if you've seen the movies he's acted in. It was like Grown Ups 2 with Adam Sandler. He's so funny in that movie. So it's nice to see those wrestlers also becoming actors too, Like even like the Rock, John Cena, and all those
Yeah,
guys. So it's really cool. But yeah, it's like you mentored Steve Austin, right? And like
yeah,
and also too, another person you mentored, Diamond Dallas Page. It
yeah,
was actually interesting because the roles were actually reversed after when you had to depend on him for your recovery. Can you tell us a little bit
yeah.
about that as well?
Well, years ago, Diamond came to me and wanted to become a wrestler. First thing I asked him was how old you were. And he's like, 38. Bro, that's too late. And he said, that's what Flair said too. I said, wait a minute. Flair said it was too late. And he said, yeah. And I said, never mind. I'll teach you. So I moved in with him and started teaching him for months. Then we went to the ring and started doing stuff.
Hmm.
We all started on the couch, man, watching videos time and time again, picking them apart, showing him what was different about it, showing how the impact was different. And he caught on fairly quick.
It's interesting because, wrestling is like an art form, right? It's one of those things where people from like an outside view who are pretty ignorant will just be like, "Oh, it's fake, it's not real." But wrestling, people get hurt really bad, and
Oh, yeah.
it takes a toll on the not even just your physical well-being, but your mental well-being as well. And someone like yourself, Jake, who had a rough upbringing. I feel like you conquered a lot of demons, obviously with the help of Diamond Dallas Page, but do you feel like also these rough upbringing, like the rough upbringing you had, also made you stronger as a person and kind of helped you go about your life and later on?
I think it tore me down first,
Hmm.
but it just flattened me because I had no self esteem, no self worth. I just I was I was horribly low. But having survived it, now it's different. Now I feel better. Now I can do things. I can help people. And that's mainly what I want to do. I just want to help others get through it like I did.
Yeah, to show them that they're not alone, right? Because I think this is people who go through dark times, it can feel very lonely and it can feel kind of hopeless. So I guess you could be that voice for people to say it's not hopeless and you're not alone because many people go through it, just and people have to remember too, like Jake, like you're a superstar and people have to remember that even superstars can have hard times. And that's
Oh,
okay. That's okay because again, we're all human. Doesn't matter if you're a famous actor or a famous wrestler, we're all human. I feel like we can all share similar experiences of struggle, and I feel like that's what we can come together as a group, and that's what makes us stronger, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, man. There's a funny story. You're on Joe Rogan talking about this, about the infamous Macho Man Randy Savage snake bite. And
Yeah.
first off, man, you do such a great Randy Savage impression. That was so funny. Even in the comments, everyone's like, I watched this video just for Jake's impression of Randy Savage. It was just so funny. But there was also a video of Hulk Hogan talking about it, how he was like saying how Randy Savage was very adamant about the snake having to be devenomized. Like, is that what really happened? Like, is that like he was just like what was going on behind the scenes before you guys shot that?
Oh, yeah. He wanted to be sure that it was devenomized, and he came to my locker room and said that the snake was going to have to bite me first
Yeah,
before he let it bite him because he wanted to be sure that it was devenomized. And of course it was.
yeah.
God. So I had to let it bite me. So I let it bite me on the leg.
How much did that hurt?
It didn't hurt. It just pissed me off that I was having to do it.
And then what you had to like, and then I think I'm not sure if you said or it was I read it somewhere, but like the snake was pretty aggravated, right? Like is it like and then is that why he went kind of nuts?
Well, I slapped the piss out of him for one. I turned my back to Macho Man and just paintbrushed that snake pretty good.
I can only imagine people watching that when it actually happened because I'm too young to obviously watch it live, but I can only imagine people's reaction watching that like just go at him at his arm and just biting him. That must have been
Yeah,
so epic.
it blew people away, man.
That is so fun. Have you seen Macho Man in the first Spider-Man movie? Have you seen him in
No,
that movie?
no, I didn't.
There's a funny, if it's okay, I would like to show you my impression of Randy Savage in that movie, and you let me know
All
what you
right.
think, okay? Hey, freak show, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes, 3 minutes of playtime. That's what he did in the movie. He was facing Spider-Man in a ring before Spider-Man became Spider-Man. It's pretty funny, but I'll send you like the link for it after. But he was one of those wrestlers that he had so much comedy in his routine just by the way he was and how he spoke.
Yeah,
He must have been fun to work with, even though that incident was pretty funny. Also, I wanted to bring up, by the way, because I saw you post about it, and it's weird timing how this happened, but Sid Vicious, how he passed away recently. I saw you
yeah,
made a nice tribute about him. That saddened the whole wrestling community and wrestling fans.
yeah.
When you first heard the news, how did you feel, and what memories came to mind about him?
Just shocked, man, that he's gone. I mean,
Mm,
relatively young, but
yeah, I had no idea he was sick. I didn't even know.
yeah, cancer doesn't care, right? That's for sure. No, I
Yeah.
was fairly shocked, man, when I heard that he was gone. Sid was such an unbelievable athlete. You know, he loved to play baseball. You know, in fact, his nickname was Softball Sid.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, he could knock the hell out of that damn softball, man.
I didn't even know. No, I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a funny video where he's on the mic. Um, and you were talking about as well, I think on your podcast, how he was saying, I forgot exactly what he said, but he was trying to like talk back to somebody during it was like a wrestling thing, and he was like, I got half the brain you have or something like that. I forgot what he said, but he was pretty funny on the mic. I remember everyone was like, you give Sid the mic, something unexpected is gonna happen. Is that how it was with him?
yeah, yeah. He wasn't real keen on the mic.
Yeah, but he still made it work. He still made it work and made people laugh. But that was also his persona too, right? He was one of those
Yep,
guys that, it's like, what do you expect with Sid, right? But
that's
yeah, I know he's gonna be missed. He was a legend, man, and I know everyone's like really upset about it. Um, but also too, Jake, there's a legendary story about your snake escaping at an airport. That to me, when I heard that for me was like hilarious because I can only imagine people's reactions just going nuts, literally seeing this in an airport. What happened with that? Can you explain what happened with that?
yeah. Uh, he got out of his case, which was locked, and he was inside a bag that was tied. But somehow, some way, magically, he escaped. In other words, somebody got nosy and they wanted to see what the hell was in that damn suitcase.
Wow.
And it was a trunk. And they opened it. And of course, once they opened it, they found that damn snake and they took off. But I remember going through the airport and hearing my name being paged. And I thought it was just one of the guys messing around. So I didn't stop. I just kept going because I was running late. And I got up to the gate and two or three people are going, there he is over there. And they're pointing at me. I'm like, holy shit, what did I do? Is that your snake down there? And I go over to the window and I look out there, and sure enough, snake's out on that tarmac. It was summertime. That tarmac's hot. So that snake was pissed off.
Um,
So I told him, I said, well, somebody let it out. Somebody can put it back. I'm not doing it.
yeah, that's nuts, man. I don't know. I don't understand how. Yeah, but at least again, these are stories you could tell people even on the cruise. You could just explain all these cool stories about like because everyone loves to hear these things and like it's almost kind of surreal. You go people like me, they go like it feels like a movie scene. It's like how did that happen? Like that's what it feels like a movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. Before we end off, Jake, I wanted to do a quick little fun game with you. It'll take really quick.
All
Um,
right.
I thought of it on the spot actually. I'm gonna name five wrestlers, some current, some older ones, and just give me your thoughts in one word about them. Like, I guess just from even if you worked with them or you haven't worked with them,
Yeah.
just one word that you think describes them. Okay.
All right.
All right. The Rock,
Ah, unforgettable.
Randy Savage,
Wound too tight.
Andre the Giant.
The biggest, the best.
Okay, Bret Hart.
Ah, overrated.
Okay. And lastly, Ric Flair.
He's a nature boy.
And nature. Woo!
Yeah.
Classic. All right, Jake. Well, listen, before we end off, I'm just going to explain one more time to the audience about the cruise. So, if they'd like to book, they can go to www.cast.tours. Again, it's February 23rd to 28th, 2025. Jake, you'll be there.
Yep.
Bushwhacker Luke, Hacksaw Jim Duggan's going to be there. You guys got amazing things here. Again, the meet and greet, Q&A sessions, VIP dinner, Hall of Fame wrestlers to accompany guests on various day trips. Who wouldn't want to spend a day with Jake the Snake? Come on, guys. Even everyone else here, come on. And then the stand-up comedy performance, which that's gonna be awesome, man. I'm wishing you all the very best, man. I've been a fan since I was a kid, and just want to let you know, Jake, your legacy lives on. It'll be living on for years to come. Again, I'm a young guy, and I when I grew up, my dad was the one to tell me like, you if you're ever gonna watch wrestling or if you have to know about wrestling, make sure you know who Jake the Snake is. So thank you for
Uh,
everything, Jake.
thank you, brother. That's kind.
Of course, man, and thank you so much for your time and chatting with me today. I appreciate it.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.